All right, guys. So, did a little bit of research last night. I got bored in bed and started doing some research. After the Cars and Coffee that I went to yesterday, we rode down with a lot of BMWs, McLarens, Audis, Porsches, the new Corvettes, GT500s. We rode with a few of those guys. There was 3 or 4 other M5s. There was one that wasn't tuned. Then there was one that was stage 1, and then there was one that was stage 2, basically identical to mine. So I was behind the one that was stage 1, and every time that we were just driving to the Cars and Coffee, we kind of rode together in the line, and every time he would hit it, I would punch it, and his car just got off so much faster off the line than mine. And then I would just, once it hit 3rd gear, I would just eat him up. So I was confused on why mine was so laggy in 2nd gear, and I kind of knew that you had to, I thought you just had to wrap this thing out in the RPMs to get a lot of the boost. I talked to some of the other BMW guys there yesterday, and they said absolutely not. This thing has great torque down low. And then it had me worried. So I did a lot of research, and y'all aren't gonna believe what I did, and I didn't even realize what I did. But the car's on warming up now. So right whenever I got the car, the exhaust valves, I got them wired open, or wired closed, I'm sorry, so that it bypasses just the straight pipe, basically. And it's a little bit louder, not straight pipe, but less of the exhaust where it's louder. Well, whenever I did that, these things have active valves, which means that you can change it. You can change it based on the settings. All my buttons are all worn out, but this button here, going into Sport Plus, is just like any other car. It'll do the active exhaust to make it louder. Well, the way that system works, the way the entire system works, is that it's gonna be kind of loud. So that valve right there that you see on top that I have wired, you may not even be able to hear it because of the exhaust, but there's a valve on top of the exhaust that I have baling wired shut, so you can see it. So that's all fine to do that, and that's perfectly fine to do that, and just bypass the system to where it's loud all the time. But what I did that I didn't realize I did was there's a vacuum line that works that valve that's based off of the turbo. That vacuum line, the mechanic that wired that shut, he just pulled the vacuum line off so it didn't cause any problems. Well, it's been throwing an exhaust code, and I thought, from the day I got it, I thought it was because the cats were clogged, when in reality, I think it's because we took this vacuum line off. And something else that vacuum line does is that's hooked directly up to your turbo. So whenever that's just open, you have a straight boost leak right out the back. You can kind of see it. So what I did is, and those were just open. So what I did is this morning, just now, took 30 seconds. I got 2 screws and just screwed them into the holes and clogged that boost leak. So I'm about to go drive it right now. I'm about to go get the cord from my buddy to reflash it. I'm gonna do the burble tune, do a review on that, and probably make a new video on that one. But I'm gonna go do some driving on it and see if it fixed any of the turbo lag and any of that stuff. Because if this thing just got a lot faster, I think it's gonna be a monster. So keep you guys updated. I'm gonna go grab my son, throw him in the car, and we'll get driving. What's up, guys? So first drive back in the car after we plugged the vacuum lines, and oh my God, this isn't even the same car. I mean, now I didn't really understand why everyone liked the car so much. And I read all these things about how the turbos are instant and all this and that. I was like, man, maybe this one's just a high mileage one. I don't know. But I clogged those lines with 2 screws. It took me 30 seconds. And this is a completely different car. I'm actually getting boost before 5,000 RPMs now. I mean, it's like extremely torquey. Literally a completely different car. So I'm gonna pull in right now. I'm gonna grab the cable out from my buddy's house. We'll run back to the house, flash a burble tune on it, and then I'll do a review on the burble tune here in a little bit. Son's trying to stay awake. Okay, so just got through driving the car after plugging those holes, and man, it made a huge difference. Really excited. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm actually going to, hold on, I'm looking for the Ethernet cord here. I'm going to reflash it to the burble tune that BootMod offers. If I can remember how to do it. I've only done this one time. And we're going to check out the burble tune now that we kind of got the turbo stuff figured out. Because if it was an issue with the turbo, I didn't want to throw... let's go ahead and close this out. Yeah, if it was an issue with the turbo, I didn't want to throw more stress at it with that burble tune. I've heard they're not the best things for your turbo. Let's see here. Open that up. Okay. So it's a OBD2 port, Ethernet cord connection here. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. I think you have to have all of this on. I think. Yeah. I think you have to have the car on accessory mode. It should just open up this window here. Okay, so I kind of forgot how to watch a YouTube video on where to get to this point because I couldn't remember if it was in the application or online. I forgot you actually go to their website there, which I'm using bootmod3, bootmod3.net, and then it pulls up your whole thing once you have your OBD2 connected and you sign into your account and all that good stuff. So then it pulls up this whole thing here, and you do have to have your seatbelt plugged in, or they want you to have your seatbelt plugged in and everything kind of off on the car with the power on. So we're going to go ahead and go through here. I guess it gives you the software stuff. Let's see. My maps. Let's see here. Okay. So. Okay. So you got the list of, let's see here if we can just do this. There. You got the list of stuff there. I'm sure you can see it. You got stage 1, 91 octane, and then 93 octane here is still stage 1. 91, I guess that's for low quality fuel. We don't have that problem here in Texas, so we don't have to worry about that. I mean, there is some gas stations that have terrible fuel, but there's plenty of gas stations everywhere. So you got stage 2, 91, which then requires your high flow downpipes. I didn't realize the boost control gauge is there. It's funny. Anyway, 92 octane aggressive, stage 2, 91 octane aggressive, which the aggressive is the aggressive burble. And it does require you to have a full exhaust, which I do, except for the resonator. So we'll see how that goes. But I may do a resonator delete depending on how loud this thing gets. And then stage 2, 93 octane here. Which is the same thing, and then stage 2 93 octane aggressive, which is what we're going to be doing. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and click on the stage 2 aggressive and get that loaded up. What's up, guys? So I just got the tune flashed in. I couldn't record. I thought I was recording, and I got a call from my wife. This thing sounds rowdy. Fix the vacuum lines, it sounds better, the throttle response is better, and this aggressive, which is the aggressive burble tune, is absolutely ridiculous. See if y'all can. It sounds like gunshots going off. It's pretty wild. It's sweet. I've never driven a car with a burble tune on it, so it's something a little new to me. Seems to like it whenever you get right above like 4,000 RPMs or something like that and let off. I mean, that's just insane. That's cool. I've never really done anything like that. This thing is going crazy on me right now. I wish I could just get it to like lock in place. There we go. I think it's locked. Yeah, so overall, awesome. The engine light is gone. It's no longer there. That's the traction I have off. So that's a good sign. We'll see how long it stays off. Hopefully that vacuum line was the problem. As far as the stage 2 goes, the power level is the same as it was the regular, the regular stage 3 or stage 2 93 octane is the exact same as the stage 2 93 octane with the aggressive burble. There's no power difference. The only thing that it does is allow the exhaust to do the burble note. So the power level is the same, but fixing that vacuum line made a huge difference. I mean, I'm talking like it has to be several pounds of boost more. Several pounds of boost more than what it was producing before, just solely because of that vacuum line. which is awesome for me because I thought something was maybe wrong with the car after seeing all the cars yesterday. God, this thing is just panning all nuts again. After seeing those cars yesterday, it really opened my eyes to like how laggy mine was. The power up top was there, but then whenever it shifted into third gear, I could feel that it gained more boost going into third. So I was like, man, maybe I have a boost by gear setting off, or something like that. And that's what I still thought it was that. And then I put the vacuum line on, and it was a world of difference, and I didn't even change any of the tuning. So then I changed the tuning, got the engine light deleted, or removed, cleared, whatever you want to say, and then put the aggressive tuning on for the aggressive burble tune. So just thought I'd do a little quick review of it and kind of mash up this video all at once. I'm so glad that the vacuum line is what was wrong with this car. It makes me super happy with it, but the torque down low, as you can see, is just, well, spun a little bit there. I'll wait till I'm away from a gas station. But, I mean, the torque is awesome in this car. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too loud. I was just trying to, we'll see what it's like whenever the windows are up. What I do like about it is with the Dynans, instead of it being straight piped, this thing is a little bit more controlled. My buddy's M6 with the burble tune on it was just insane, and it was really loud. This one does sound a little bit different. The only thing bad about this one is that now that I have the valves closed, it sounds like it's like ricocheting in the muffler almost. You can hear it whenever it pops real loud. That's kind of what it sounds like. But overall, I'm super happy. I'm so glad that I finally got the turbo lag situation figured out. That was driving me insane. And I thought something was seriously wrong with the car. See, and like that's what's kind of cool too, is like you don't have to have, like, the burble isn't altering the RPM gauge. If you drive it normal, I didn't realize it panned like that. If you drive it normal, it's fine, and then whenever you want it to, there's a cop right there. I'm not gonna do that. That's funny. I mean, it's crazy loud. You can kind of hear some tinking noises. I think that's just from the downpipes. But yeah, overall, super excited about this. With it being the vacuum line issue, now this car's, I mean, you guys know, once you kind of get something fixed in your car and it adds power or it runs right, it's just a whole different car. So I'm super excited for that, and hopefully this thing continues to not give me any more issues, and it'll make me really appreciate the M cars. Man, I had no idea these cars were this good, and for the money that this car is worth, it was such a bargain. And it's fast, and it's cool, it's luxurious, you get all the cool stuff, the seats, the heater, the seat heaters, the steering wheel heater, the massaging seats, the cooling seats, the standard BMW stuff. This isn't really updated a whole lot into the M6, which was kind of a bummer because I thought they were a little bit nicer, but overall, great car. Minus you got my little sun problems here, or my wear problems. But I also found out, which I thought was really cool, was the paint on this car. I thought it was just a shitty aftermarket paint job, and I popped the hood at the car show, and someone's like, oh, this is factory paint. And I had no idea. It literally has a label under the hood that shows like frozen black metallic or whatever the paint color is from BMW. That's that matte black. So it's a factory paint. It was like a $10,000 option, is what the guy there at the car show told me. His silver was like $6,000 or something crazy. $6,000. There's a Hellcat up here that I just saw. Maybe we can go play with them. I think it's a red eye. Either that or it's wide body, maybe. Yeah, it's a wide body. I don't know if it's a red eye or I think that was just a wide body Hellcat. I couldn't really tell. I don't think he's wanting to do much. He's slowing way down. I'm just gonna swing into this dealership and pop a UE. But yeah, so anyway, guys, just gonna give you an update on it. I'm so excited that that's what the problem was for multiple reasons. You know, if it was something crazy expensive, that would have been a disaster. It just would have sucked. Had I had the car that long, I have to dump a whole lot of money into it just to get it to run right like you thought you were gonna buy it like that. So anyway, just thought I'd kind of get touch base with you guys. I'll throw some more videos up here probably this week. I'm gonna actually go out on the job site to show you the spray foam stuff that we're doing in town. We've got a lot of cool projects going on, so I thought I'd show you those. And then, you know, we'll just kind of go from there. Kind of film along and do some exciting stuff. So talk to you guys later.